Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me on my page 7th Direction Wellness. I'm out here again in Pahasapa, the beautiful Black Hills of South Dakota, my sacred homelands as a Lakota Wiyah. And I am out here sharing some knowledge from Spirit, asking for guidance for our pick a card, as well as some general astrological updates, what is going on in the cosmos that is affecting us here on earth, as above so below. The general updates are that Virgo season starts tomorrow. This has been some fiery hot energy this Leo season. I don't know how we are all surviving, but we're still here, right? So hopefully you found a way to transform that passionate, fiery energy into a creative medium instead of acting impulsively or feeling kind of like rejected, emotional. We hope and pray that you found your way through Leo season through creativity, sharing love, being open-hearted and communicative. So with that being said, let's talk about Virgo season. Mercury is going to be going station retrograde tomorrow, August 23rd. It's very likely that you'll find some kind of resolution with these people, places, and things from the past. Today, the energy will be kind of dying down today and tomorrow with that station retrograde, with that Mercury station retrograde occurring in the sign of Virgo now. It's going to become, the focus is going to become more in the realm of the daily tasks and health and wellness. A lot of us probably fell off track. We might have been binge eating, acting impulsively, having more drinks than we needed to, and now is the time with Virgo season coming up that we're going to be more focused on our health and wellness. So that's good news for the collective. I would like to move now into our pick a card reading. Our pick a card is going to be here very brief, short, and to the point. And the reason being for that, one, yes, I'm getting bit up by bugs out here, but also because not everything needs to be excessive, right? Especially when it comes to the realm of health and wellness. This is the difference between Leo and Virgo. Leo is spotlight on me, indulgent, expressive. It's just like this big consuming energy. And now that we're moving into Virgo season, it's going to be very short, to the point. It's going to be very disciplined. It's going to be very centered more so on what the mind, thinking with the mind than the heart. Leo is all about the heart. Virgo is coming back to the mind, coming back to thinking things through before we act. So that's why we've got a short and quick pick a card. I have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So go ahead and pause the video. Think about which card pile, which number may be calling to you, and we'll go ahead and see what is in store for you. If you chose pile number 1, then this reading is for you. Let's see what Spirit has in store for you in a general reading, anywhere between love, money, and career general reading. So we've got first card coming up, White Witch, be the light. This is perfect. This is you turning the page, letting whatever darkness had been consuming you, letting it go, and now bringing light to the dark areas of your life. So there's a lot of darkness going on, and in order to be a light worker, it takes someone who has already gone through their shadow self, done a lot of shadow work and healing. And Spirit is saying that this is something that you're either doing right now, or it's something you've already been doing, and now you are further into the light, ready to carry forward this beautiful mission. and be that guiding force. Number one, you're always leadership energy. You are the leaders. So in order to carry the light forward is a huge task, right? If you think about it, think about all the places where this kind of literally has taken place, right? The Olympics is a more modern day example, right? Carrying the Olympic torch. But back in the day, people would carry the torch and guide people, right? There were other examples of runners, long distance runners, even in indigenous communities, or perhaps even in European communities. There was some kind of, or even in Asia, I believe, there were all these different examples. Even in Asia, I believe, like with the Great Wall of China, there are so many different examples where someone has carried the torch and passed it on. And this is your duty right now. Spirit is saying you've got the torch in your hands. Carry it forward. Run at a good pace, but don't trip. Pace yourself and know how honorable this opportunity is, and just hold yourself accountable. Have great respect for yourself and your people, and just carry that baton forward. It is not an easy task, but it will be very rewarding, Spirit says. So how it can actually manifest in your life: you could be starting a nonprofit, you could be opening a holistic healing center, you could be working at a spa, you could be working with animals. This woman is with a lot of animals here. You could be tapping more into spirituality and divination practices. Spirit has an assortment of different things that could be occurring. Spirit says go ahead and embrace this light, this opportunity that is presented before you. And then we also have communion upside down. Group number one, this means that the spirit plane has a message for you that has not fully been received yet, perhaps because a time and space may be necessary in order to receive the message. So this means you could be going out in nature, you could be meditating more, you could find yourself in a holistic healing space. Again, spa keeps coming to my head for some reason. Animal shelter is coming to my head for some reason. That there's some sort of space that Spirit wants to provide you a message directly from Spirit plane that is necessary in order to receive the message. So time and space, creating time and space, meditating, and being open to those places that I mentioned. 2 and 4 is this idea of finding balance in your life by creating a further connection to spirit plane. 4, finding more stability and groundedness with your belief system. And 6, the idea that once you've accomplished these things, you will be further nurtured and embraced along this journey. And finally, group number 1, we have the waiting game. I love this card. It matches my tattoo. Synchronicities, beautiful synchronicities. But number 1, group number 1, this is the idea that nothing is going to come easy, that the opportunity that you've been provided, that you have to be the light, that you have to carry this torch, this baton, it's not going to come easy. It's not going to be a quick and easy task, is what Spirit is saying. It's going to be, you're in it for the long haul to see results. And that's the way it is these days, right? Unfortunately, in the spirit plane, things happen fast. But unfortunately, on the 3D realm, it takes a while to see things to manifest and for other people to get on the same vibrational match that you're on. So there is going to be somewhat of a waiting game, but with further balance in your life, you will see those results. And that's all I had for you, group number 1. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear what you thought of it. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. All right, pile number 2. If you chose pile number 2, this reading is for you. Let's go ahead and take a look at your 3 cards to see what is in store for you. Number 1, Shaolin Master. Okay, what am I feeling for you, group number 2? What am I feeling? I feel that right now you have a lot of action energy, and unfortunately, action energy is not always going to be helpful, that we need to pace ourselves. And I just mentioned a little bit of this with group number 1, but for you, it seems more like that Leo energy is still resonating with you. This like passionate, fiery energy is in place. But Spirit is saying that it's really important to meditate and to think of in the terms of discipline and time and place. When is it appropriate? How can you move forward in a very graceful and respectable way? Spirit is saying that you have gained quite a lot of knowledge in the areas of maybe like martial arts, in the areas of maybe yoga, in the areas of maybe even discovering a new or further pursuing another form of spirituality or religion, such as Buddhism. But Spirit is saying that balance is going to be really important, that showboating the knowledge that you have gained is not going to be appropriate, that there's a time and a place to share such knowledge and pass that knowledge on, right? But Spirit is saying to act in a way that is very disciplined and thought out now, because we are entering Virgo season, and that kind of like impulsive action is not gonna fly in Virgo season. It's more about being very strategic with the way things are moving. Group number 2, we have the Secrets card upside down, group number 2, and we have the number 40 as well. So 40 can symbolize that there's a disruption in the area of home and family, that there might be some kind of like instability occurring in this area, and perhaps it is an area of finances for you as well. There's some kind of secrets that are holding you back from such stability, from where you really want to be with the home and family. This is a general reading, so I can't tell you what secrets are being held. I can't share that. Unfortunately, that's up for you to determine. What can I tell them, Spirit? What do they need to know? Honestly, I'm concerned too, but I have to tell you on a personal note, I also discovered some secrets that needed to be unveiled in the realm of home and family. And it hurts, right? Honestly, the truth hurts, and that's why not everyone wants to talk about the truth. That's why some people avoid talking about the truth. So if this is you, Spirit is saying it is time to shine a light in this dark area. It is time to move forward for the benefit of the whole household, but to be very strategic in the way that you act, not impulsively think things through, weigh pros and cons out, but surely do bring those secrets to life. If it is secrets with a partner, for example, then it does need to be discussed, and it needs to be discussed away from the others in the household, and it needs to be determined how you're going to move forward in a way that benefits the whole household. If it is with, say, children or grandparents, your parents, then it is time to reprioritize, to think about how to set a good example for the next generation. It is time to discuss difficult matters with grandparents and children, setting boundaries, letting them know what is appropriate and inappropriate, and you as head of household being the one to call the shots there and to set those examples. All right, what else do we have? Group number 2, we have patience. It's not going to be an overnight thing that you will see results by starting the new chapter in the realm of home and family. And I'm getting that, the 1 and the 4. 1, starting new beginnings. 4, again, home and family. So Spirit is confirming that if you turn a new page and address these areas of darkness in your household and your home and family, that you will surely start to see some results. It is going to require patience because you can't control anyone else other than yourself. So it's like a cause and effect. You change the way things are going and they respond. It's not going to be immediate results, but surely over time you will find bliss, peace, and connection to nature and what is sacred once again. I hope this was helpful for you, group number 2. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear how this reading is personally affecting you. Stay tuned, as I will have more readings coming up. Take care, and we will see you again later. Bye. And if you chose pile number 3, this reading is for you to discover what is in store for you this Virgo season. Let's take a look at our 3 cards here. We have Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded, coming up for you, group number 3. Do we have anything else? We have this beautiful green energy. We have this message that you should be immersing yourself in nature, that you should be sitting outside, that you should be going for a walk, that you should be going to an area that resonates with you on a soul level, that you should be connecting to ancestral roots, areas in which your ancestors roamed, that you should be planning a trip to such an area, or to be doing somewhat of land acknowledgement wherever you are, that honoring the ancestors of those who walked the land that you are currently living on is really important. So maybe looking up what area you live in and looking up the indigenous people that once lived in the area and doing such a little land acknowledgement prayer, saying, dear ancestors of such and such tribe, please continue to protect and bless this land that I am living upon. I continue to serve and honor you in such a way by respecting this land that I am living on. Such a land acknowledgement like that may help restore balance and peace to your home. We're getting the idea that staying rooted and grounded, though, this theme is going to be really important, that you of all people, group number 3, you were extremely triggered and emotional by the past 2 seasons that occurred, Cancer and Leo, that those 2 seasons were an emotional mess for you, group number 3, because number 3, you are a major empath and you felt every single thing that was going on. And with all of the planets that were in Leo and the Mercury retrograde that had been occurring and is now coming to a halt, those kind of energies really disrupted you. You kind of got lost in the sauce, and now Virgo, thankfully, is an earth sign, so you're able to ground down and reconnect. This is the perfect time for you to do those things, to do land acknowledgements, going out in nature, meditating, doing photo shoots in nature, Let me think of anything else that Spirit has. It'll probably come through. But being rooted and grounded is really important, in acknowledging that earth guardian side of yourself. Take an initiative to garden some more, to protect the land on a physical way, not just to pray for it. Like I said, the land acknowledgement is one, but also just in general maintaining the health and hygiene of your land, right? Picking up trash, doing things like that, community service like that is going to be really helpful, and karma will surely have you. You will be rewarded in some way or another, even if it's not monetarily. I know some people want to do things because they need money, but the thing is, if you go and pick up some land, Spirit will reward you in a much deeper way than just money. And maybe money will be thrown in, who knows? Spirit works in funny ways sometimes. But here we've got fortune upside down, and we've got the number 28 coming up, Lakshmi. Okay, group number 3. This is you being resistant to a great amount of blessings that Spirit wants to give you. That's deep. That's deep. I just had to sit here for a moment and think about that. That is really deep. This is you second guessing yourself, group number 3, because you are those major empaths. You like to absorb other people's energies and ideas. But the thing is, they're not you. So even if someone has ridiculed you at one point or another for your craft, your trade, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever hobbies you have, even if someone has ridiculed you, they're not you. What works for one person doesn't work for another. And so the thing is, Spirit is saying, you know what is working for you. You know what craft, what trade, what service you have to offer the world, and you're not fully embracing it, or you haven't fully embraced it, and therefore Spirit has not been able to give you those fortune, that material blessing, that blessing of opportunity, connection, networking. You have not fully seen at all the potential of what could be, because you've been second guessing yourself because of what other people have said about you and your service and your craft. This could be simply not making time for it. Spirit is saying, but Spirit wants you to know that if you keep persistent and you keep going down this path, there will be lots of blessings for you. You barely scratched the surface, group number 3. Keep on going. Spirit really wants you to live abundantly. If you've been living kind of like by the seat of your pants, if you've been going this way and that way, Spirit says, tap into your intuition, stay true to yourself, fully give your energy in what is going to give back to you. That some of the connections and the people and the places that you've been giving your energy to, they were not fully meant for you, that someone else was abusing your energy, someone else was taking it and running with it. Spirit says, tap in to yourself, your hobbies, your interests, your passions, that when you do that, you are going to be fully rewarded, and Spirit will give you so many blessings. So keeping that in mind, group number 3, I know it's hard. I know it's super hard because you care about people, you care about your social circles, your friends and your family, and you want them up to date with you. I get that. But the thing is, they're not you, and they will never fully understand who you are and where you come from, the way that your mind works. The intuition that you have is something unheard of for a lot of the people in your social circle. So Spirit just wants you to know that your path is very special, significant, and a lot of people can't walk down that path with you. And you're going to have to let some of those doors close. You're going to have to let some of those energies go and do their own thing in order for you to fully embrace this blessing that Spirit wants to give you. And you know, I know you know what blessing this is, because it has to do with hobbies and passions. It has to do with other people telling you no about that, but you know that in your heart and soul it calls and it longs for this. Spirit says, do it. Be true to yourself, now or never. Now is the time. Okay? And then we've got deception and envy upside down. Okay. So this blockage, it's a blockage, right? It's upside down. It's something that is needed to be overcome, or if not needing to overcome, it's something you're already overcoming. Because see, the thing is, it says deception and envy on the right side up, right? But then upside down, this could in fact mean that it's something that you are overcoming. So I have an example. I have a good example for you. Okay, so say someone that you love and care about, maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a best friend, maybe it's someone very close to you who has been considering maybe other options. Maybe your partner was looking up someone else online, some other potential mate, right? Or maybe your best friend got a gig with someone else, or something else that you really wanted to do and you wanted to do together, or it was your connection or something like that. Or maybe it was your maybe it was like a close family relative, right? Someone else who was really envious of you. Now, all these circumstances, I understand they're very diverse, but what I want to tell you is that you are not them and they are not you. And sometimes people do things because of their own insecurities. Sometimes people do things because of the way that looking at you makes them feel about themselves. So don't dim your light for them, is what I want to tell you, group number 3. Don't dim your light for anyone. And just because someone else may be having somewhat of insecurities doesn't mean that you need to stop your vibe, your frequency, your high vibration. And I think that's really important, because they're going to try, they're going to feel sorry for themselves, they're going to do this and that. But if you maintain a healthy level of confidence, that's the best thing you can do in reaction and in response to these envious energies that are occurring around you. And if this is you, if you're experiencing some kind of envy or jealousy within, then it's time to take action. It's not time to feel some way or hurt about someone else. This is time for you to take action. This is time for you to take ownership. This is time for you to own those feelings and release them and do something about it. Go do that photo shoot. Go on that trip. Go apply for that job. And you will be rewarded. If you sit there and do nothing, you're going to wallow in those feelings, and it's just going to eat you up. Especially with being like the empaths that you are, group number 3. I don't want you getting wallowed up in those feelings, even though it's easy. Even though sometimes you want to cry so hard and you think it's going to help you, and it does somewhat, but to some extent, like it needs to stop at some point, and you need to step up, give yourself a big hug, know that Spirit loves you. Spirit loves you, supports you, and embraces you. You are never truly alone. So even if you have that moment of feeling disconnected from your social group, tap in, connect first to yourself and to Spirit, and then radiate that positivity, that beautiful energy, and other people will match that. Okay? That's the best way to resolve some of those feelings of insecurity, imbalances in your relationships, is being true to yourself, owning yourself, and communicating with them. because this is when envy happens, it's an imbalance in the heart chakra. And the greatest thing you can do is to love yourself and to radiate pure, unconditional love. That's the best thing you can do, because someone along the way with that jealous energy was trying to hurt you. And if you show that your heart chakra is so strong and radiant and that nothing is going to faze you, then they're going to stop. They're eventually going to stop targeting you, and they're going to turn that energy to someone else who seems more vulnerable. Okay? That's how you cut it off. You call the shots, and you say that that's not going to bother me anymore. I love me. I love you unconditionally. And that makes me kind of teary-eyed a little bit. And I hope that's what you needed to hear, group number 3. I hope that this message resonated with you. And I hope that you know, like, how truly loved you are. I really hope you know that. If you enjoyed this reading, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this reading and how it really takes place in your life on a personal level. If you're willing to share, stay tuned. We'll see you again later, group number 3. Take care and be well.